Hi, welcome back to Spirit Lounge. Hope you guys are doing really well. This is my video return after some time. It's been fairly distracting of late, as it has been everyone. So, what's the subject matter today? Well, it's really about our lives and how we perceive them, how we started them, and how we see our predicament upon birth, if you like. Now, there's two ways we can look at this. What do I mean by that? It's when we're young, we're all born, we enter life into different scenarios. We have different coloured skin, we have different coloured eyes, we speak different languages, we're in different cultures, sometimes very religious, sometimes not. We're in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. Sometimes we're born in barren lands, very hot, where it's difficult to cultivate and farm. Others totally opposite: cold climates, warm climates, moderate climates, tepid climates. Rich countries or wealthy countries, if you like, modernized first world, and what we call third world countries or developing. We find ourselves in spatial surroundings or in areas where there's poverty. And we can perceive those things in two different ways. We can perceive those things in, God has dealt us a difficult set of cards here and we have to deal with it. Or it's punishment for a previous life or some karmic reason. Or we can see those things as a platform of perfection. It depends what vantage point we decide to look at these things. If we look at them from the negative perspective and see them all as, see all of the predicaments, the situations or scenarios we find ourselves in from birth up to the point where we're able to spring out into the world and create our own platform, if you like, our own scenario, our own world, our own prosperity and abundance and social economic class, and move us into wherever we wish to be. But those years, early years up to and what we're born in, we're living with our parents and nurturing, working through those into our young adult years, we can see those negatively and see those as burdens, see those as, why me? And we can have those as chips on our shoulders. We can use those as heavy weights upon us. I'm not worthy can come out of that. So, well, this is the lot in life for me, this is God's will or something. I'm not meant to be rich because I wasn't born this way, or I wasn't meant to be living in a nice house because I wasn't born into one, born into poverty, so this is how it is. These can be perceptions of our situation upon birth and what we experience as we're growing up. The second alternative is that we can see them as intended scenarios, intended environments, intended culture, intended colour of skin, intended excuse me, no, I haven't got COVID. Intended food, intended environment, all those things. Because that's exactly what they were, and they are. We choose our predicament, our scenario, where we're coming, what we're coming into life to be. The colour of our skin, our families, our prosperity, our brothers, our sisters, our parents, our homes, the prosperity we're in, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, rich, poor, abundant environment, not abundant environment. And these are the reason we choose them, because they're giving us a platform for what we came here to experience and to springboard from, and for us to then accomplish the purpose of why we came. Because we all do have a purpose, and our start in life is in actual fact absolutely perfect to support the purpose of why we're here. This is the truth. We don't drop into anything because of some karmic debt. or some God's punishment. It's because of a purpose, and our life as we enter it has a purpose, and the platform and the baseline and the foundation which we experience is to fulfill that purpose, to help you experience things and challenge you. Remember, wealth also challenges as much as poverty, depending on how you perceive it. And these things are the springboard and the platform for you to grow and move towards the purpose in life and in life itself. And how do we understand this? Well, let's understand this by understanding what our purpose is. And first of all, sitting back and reflecting on our starting life, and then rolling forward to where you are today. And just think about it. Meditate on it, feel it within, and really reflect on the environment you're in, your parents, your siblings, the experiences that you've had. They've all made you what you are today, intentionally. Whether you're following actual purpose or not, or just creating material life and flowing with that, it's assisted you. If you really reflect on it, the starting life, no matter what it was for you or for me, was perfect. I've reflected on my own, and it was perfect. There's no part of it, of my entry into life, my siblings, my parents, where I was born, the financial economic status I was born into, the home I was living in, the friends I've had, the friends that have come and have gone, the friends that are still here, the environment, the experience that I've had. Some of those have been through free will, some of those have been through free will of others, but the overall foundation that we cannot change when we're born into life, for me, absolutely perfect. It was perfect for everything that has been, everything that I'm here for, my own purpose that I've synchronized and aligned to. And it will be with yours, once you sit and reflect and understand what the purpose is, because there is an intention for everything. The material life is one we create. The purpose is one we're here to fulfill. And we can either make our actions, words, thoughts and intentions guided towards a more materially fulfilling and perfected life, or we can guide our actions, words, thoughts and intentions towards discovery of purpose and the fulfillment of it. All of our actions, words, thoughts and intents, through free will and through the constant developing of karma and creation of timelines in our lives, will either take us to the end of fulfilling our purpose and towards understanding what we are as divine, spiritual beings of divine source grace, or actions, words and thoughts and intentions will take us towards other material ends. This is the choice we have before us. We can either become aware of what we are, the world that we're living in, the human experience itself, our place in this solar system, galaxies and universes, awaken to what surrounds us, what goes on around us, allow truth in all of its forms, no matter how much it challenges our norms, to enter, and to sit quietly and reflect on what it is our purpose is. Our purpose is not to fulfill material aims or egoistic or narcissistic or intellectual aims. These are aspects of the physical experience, of the human experience. Our ultimate purpose is always to become as closely connected to our divine frequency that we are when we're out of body, and to experience that when we're in body. Now we'll move towards that in various stages through over many lifetimes, and it's all dependent on our actions, our words, our thoughts, our intentions, the timelines we create and the karma we develop. And that's all wrapped around free will. Sovereignty, independence, liberty and freedom. And that's what we must always protect if we are going to live as divine, human experiencing spiritual beings. Because that's all that we are. That's all that we've ever been. Spiritual beings experiencing form in many different aspects. And we choose our entry into life as perfect foundations and platforms, stages for us to fulfill what we came here for. So this video was really about asking everyone to sit and reflect on their lives and see, are we blaming others for our predicaments? Are we blaming ourselves? Or do we want to see and perceive how we were, the foundation in which we entered and experienced in young life, and our close intimate friends and our families, our siblings and parents, and all those other things that we entered life in, the colour of our skin, the language, the wealth or not, the large house or not, poverty or abundance around us or not. You know, these are the things that we need to reflect on and see whether or not we understand what they were all for. Because once we understand our foundation, we may understand why we're here, and start grounding ourselves into what our experience itself, the real experience of the human one, and also allowing our spiritual self to soar and connect with divine truth from within and without. Remember, we are in physical bodies. We're not here to sing Kumbaya and think happy thoughts all the time and think things will change in our lives, collectively or individually. We have physical bodies for a reason, and the word physical gives an indication of what things are supposed to be for, and that's action. Nothing happens in our lives without action. We can't wake up in the morning unless we open our eyes. We can't lose weight and get fit unless we change our diets and exercise. We can't create abundance, prosperity unless we have a plan and execute it. Nothing happens without action. So create the collective experience for yourself, collectively for your families, your communities, your nations, your cultures, and humanity as a whole, by awakening to your foundation, its purpose, your purpose, the truth of what surrounds us every day at this moment, and then take that awareness, move towards greater spiritual being, and take all the awareness that brings, and use that knowing to drive your action, words, thoughts, intentions in this experience that we all are in. Because it's changing around us constantly. And what we do with our free will right now, or allow it to be taken away, or the action or not non-action, words, thoughts and intentions of free will create the timelines for us and collectively for humanity. And also remember, we are developing karma every millisecond of every day that we experience life. So non-action and action creates karma. Non-thought and thought creates karma. Non-intention, intention creates karma. Non-word or word creates karma. So be mindful of what karma you're owning. Naivety and ignorance is a human thing. They're not in the equation of the universal law. They're not in the formula. They don't exist there. It's very simple. So that's the video for today. Something to think about, something to ponder over and reflect on. And please join me on my live Facebook or YouTube live, undecided, but I'll publish that on my Facebook page if anyone wants to go look at that. Just like and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, and the Facebook page where I'll be posting the live event, and I hope to see you there. Have a great day and enjoy where you are. Thank you.